Welcome. In this video, we will be talking about 10 techniques used in movies and TV shows. We'll be going over how to use them and why they are effective in a scene. We'll be using an animated film we made called Life of a Robot to demonstrate these techniques. With an oblique or Dutch angle, the camera is set at a tilt to cause a sense of distortion. This shot gives the viewer a sense of tension or a psychological meltdown for the character. Now, let's get back to Life of a Robot for an example of a Dutch angle. A close-up is a shot where the camera gets close to an object to add more detail or a sense of importance to it. Close-ups are used to showcase emotions and reactions of characters or reveal details or information. A close-up can be shown in the following scene in our animation. A tracking shot is any shot when the camera follows a subject wherever it goes. Tracking shots allow the viewer to get into the character's shoes and follow their movements. These shots are much more personal than a pan or tilt because this shot allows you to follow a character and their actions. Back to the Life of a Robot for an example. Another technique is a bird's eye view. For a bird's eye view, the camera is set right above the action and looks straight down. These shots cover a large area of space and show what is occurring in a location and the location's emotions. For example, if a town was in war, you could see the soldiers fighting, buildings burning, smoke, etc. to show the hysteria within the town. Bird's eye view angles can give the viewer a better grip on the settings of the scene and what is occurring. They are often used to express importance in a particular location. Here is a bird's eye view shown in Life of a Robot. A low angle shot is a technique where the camera is set below eye level and has the viewer looking up at a character or subject. The low angle shot gives a psychological effect of making the subject look strong and powerful. Here's an example in the Life of a Robot. A high angle shot is a technique where the camera is positioned above eye level and has the viewer looking down at a character or subject. High angle shots are used in films to make the character or object seem vulnerable, powerless, or weak. It has the opposite effect as that of a low angle shot. Here's an example of a high angle shot in the Life of a Robot. Parallel action is when two or more actions in two or more places are happening at the same time. This technique adds a layer of suspense and or pacing to the film and allows for the director to have greater control of how the movie plays. Here's an example of parallel action in our animation. An ellipsis is the jumping or cutting of a scene where the viewer can assume or know what happened in the time period that was skipped. This technique is used differently in different types of films. For example, it may be used for comic relief in a comedy or as a cliffhanger in a drama. In either situation, it helps the director cut some time off their film without needing to explain pieces of the story that the audience can interpret. Ellipsis is shown in this scene of our animation. An extreme close-up is a close-up that is even farther zoomed in and is closer to the object you are looking at. The extreme close-up is used to reveal certain characteristics or emotions from a character that would otherwise go unnoticed. Think of a scar on a character that leads to a backstory to why they're in the situation they're in. This would be a piece of information the director wants the audience to see, so they would add emphasis to it. Here's an example of an extreme close-up. The rule of thirds is the use of a 3x3 grid that directors use in order to place items in a shot. This technique is used to achieve a balanced arrangement of significant objects, which allows for a harmonious scene. Here's an example of the rule of thirds.